again, this is a problem, and this is actually causing problems for Tesla, the company, the major source of Elon's wealth. Let's go ahead and put this up there on the screen. An engineer who worked for Tesla says that the company's 2016 video showing, quote, full autopilot was actually staged. Now, this was a senior engineer at the company after it was shared in a 2016 blog post saying full self-driving hardware on all Teslas. The 4-minute video, which we will show you in a little bit, purports to say that a person in the driver's seat is only there for legal reasons. He is not doing anything. The car is driving itself. Let's go ahead and play some of that video, which will narrate for all of you who are just watching. As I said, it begins, the person in the driver's seat is only there for legal reasons. He's not doing anything. The car is driving itself. The car is pulling itself out. The driver is getting in here. He's engaging the Tesla autopilot system. The car begins to move forward. It's moving on a street. There are cars around there. It's making the coveted left turn, the holy grail for AI self-driving, because it's an incredibly shaky and tough thing to do. Another left turn there that you can see says that it shows you also some of the right rear camera angles, and we can go ahead and turn it off because I think people get the picture.
You get the idea.
The car is driving itself, okay? That's what they claimed in 2016. However, and also the CEO actually said the demonstration at the time was Tesla drives itself, no human input at all. Well, they are now claiming, Krystal, that this engineer says actually that was entirely staged, and that's actually leading to some lawsuits from Tesla owners around the purported viability of full self-driving and the claims that the company made itself. Now, I mean, look, is this unprecedented? No. We should all remember I think it was either the original Macintosh or Mac 98, where Steve Jobs basically was like, had them program a display on something, and they're like, well, we'll get to it eventually, to lead consumers to believe. And he did pull it off, to be fair. So not necessarily without precedent, but not a good look, especially because it could open the company up to lawsuits, which are already being filed after this report came out.
There's long been a real fake it till you make it culture in Silicon Valley. And the ones who make it end up as, world-beating billionaire, supposed geniuses like Elon Musk, and the ones that don't make it end up like Elizabeth Holmes in prison.
Yes.
What you have here is, listen, it would be one thing if there was some sort of disclosure, but they insisted that this was 100% done. Tesla drives itself, no human input at all. That's what the video says. There is no fine print. There is nothing whatsoever. And this becomes incredibly relevant from a couple perspectives. I mean, number one, Elon has said himself that if the self-driving feature doesn't work, Tesla is basically worth nothing. So he sees this as a key, clearly saw this as a key part of the financial prospects of this company. But then more to the point, as you're pointing out here, this came out as part of a deposition in a lawsuit over the death of someone who really actually trusted these representations that the auto drive feature fully functioned and was safe. This man who ultimately died in an accident, he believed it was safer than human control because he thought that the AI was that good. So it was the death of Walter Huang, a 38-year-old Apple engineer, died in 2018. His Tesla crashed into a highway median on California's Highway 101. The lawsuit, which was filed by his widow, alleges that Tesla promoted its self-driving systems as safer than they truly were. So you can see why this video becomes a key part of this lawsuit. According to the family's lawyer, they said Tesla is beta testing its autopilot software on live drivers. And there have been other accidents attributed to the self-driving software as well. So not a good development in terms of the credibility of Tesla, in terms of their prospects with these lawsuits, and also potentially in terms of the financial future of the company.
Yeah, I will say, this is something that's beginning to annoy me. People are pointing to self-driving crashes and all that.
Yeah.
Listen, none of this technology is anywhere even close to 100%.
Yes.
And frankly, if you trust AI to drive you, I really don't know what to tell you. Like, if you're not putting your hands on the wheel, they make it pretty explicit in all of these. Look, it's not just a Tesla thing, because everybody focuses on Tesla self-driving. That's because it really has the most advanced technology. So of course they're going to have the most crashes that are involved. But almost every car on the market at this point, like Honda, Acura, I believe even Toyota,
Ford, Hyundai,
they all have lane assist. They all have automatic cruise control. What's the number one thing they tell you on the screen? Don't trust it. Put your hands on the wheel. Be prepared. Keep your foot on the brake. So if you're not doing any of those things, that's straight up just driver error. I mean, you have even cases, I believe, also of people like watching movies. They literally caught a guy. He was like watching a movie on his phone while he was on Tesla self-driving. He's like, oh, it's a Tesla's fault. Really? It's a Tesla's fault? They literally tell you, don't do that.
Yeah.
So I get very skeptical on all of this. I think it should be treated in the way that you should treat any nascent technology. It's interesting. You should try it. You should always keep your hands on the wheel. You should always keep your eyes going forward. I think we're probably 2 decades away from self-driving cars. It actually might be one of the most hyped technologies that has not yet materialized.
It's very complex.
Yeah.
It's very complex to be able to pull this off. I mean, I have like the lane assist on my car, and the thing that it does the most is when there's like a turn lane, and so the line on the pavement goes away, suddenly the car's like, oh, I want to go over there.
Exactly.
Like,
right.
whoa,
Right.
but let's just
or
keep
if it's
going
raining,
this way,
right?
You know?
If it's raining and you can't see,
Yeah.
or if it's once again, just drive. I don't know, it's not that difficult.
Definitely don't rely on this tech.
Yeah, I think that
and don't rely on Elon's representations about the tech either, because
don't-
apparently those are staged and fake.
I think you shouldn't rely on any of these companies for this stuff, even on automatic cruise control. Like, you know, people brake and are crazy all the time. I was driving here this morning and some person just cut somebody off, which leads another person to cut somebody off. Like, the idea that we are yet at the point where you can do that safely and that's going to perfectly react, especially, you know, part of the problem, I think, for AI cars is the real case for it is when every car is AI, so they can talk to each other and they like have fully synchronous.
Yeah, we're a long way from that.
If we have, you know, some guy driving a 1995 car and then somebody else in a Tesla, like the Tesla is going to, you know, hard stop on its brakes and then it's going to get rear-ended or something in the back. Anyway, my main contention is, look, if you trust a car to drive you, I don't know what to tell you.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
On the Elon point, I will say, like, he does have a track record of making like grandiose technological claims that don't ultimately come to fruition, and this seems very much to fit into that. And then, I mean, it is an extra step to put out this video and directly attest. No human input. This is all the car, and have no fine print, no disclosure, no nothing, and put that out to the public. I mean, listen, I think you're right. Silicon Valley engages in this kind of shady crap all the time. That doesn't make it okay or acceptable.
I also, to be fair, this is just the engineer who said it. Like, we haven't gotten confirmation yet. That's what he claims. So we'll see. I'm sure it'll come out in litigation.
Yes. Indeed. Hey guys, ready or not, 2024 is fully upon us now, and Saagar and I have been brainstorming ways that we can really up our game for this critical election.
Yeah, we rely on our premium subs to expand our coverage, to add staff, to upgrade the studio. We just want to give you the best independent coverage of this election, which is possible. So if you can help us out, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com, or the link is down here in the description video. It really means the world to us, and if you like what we're all about, this is the best possible way to keep us 100% independent, working only for you.